Is he still in the Netherlands or is he back in Manchester?
He's back in Manchester.
He's training at Carrington on his own.
He will starting individual training, yeah.
Manchester United star Jadon Sancho is set for a lifeline after recent twist, with Manchester United failing to sign Cody Gakpo and looking unlikely to sign a new forward at the current moment in time. Jadon Sancho could be given a lifeline at the club. The England international has recently returned to action after Erik deemed him not physically or mentally capable of playing for the club. But when he graces the field again, a starring role may beckon. Manchester United expected big things from Sancho when they signed him back in the summer transfer window of 2021 after a 4-year pursuit. Jose Mourinho had eyed the forward when he was strutting his stuff for Manchester City, only to miss out in 2017 with the youngster choosing to move to Borussia Dortmund instead. And after failed pursuits in 2019 and 2020, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer finally landed his man last year. Since then, however, Sancho has struggled to live up to expectations. Just about everybody in a red shirt was dire last term as the club endured a nightmare season under Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick. Just about everybody in a red shirt was dire last term as the club endured a nightmare season under Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick. But goals against Liverpool and Leicester aside, Sancho has declined this term, much to the dismay of Ten Hag. The England international was absent until recently as United looked to overcome the Premier League fixture schedule amid their desire to return to the Champions League. Yet when Sancho returns to the pitch, he could be set to be given a lifeline, especially when you consider the current situation at Old Trafford. United want a forward. Speaking after their 3-0 win over Nottingham Forest on Tuesday night, Ten Hag said, "We are looking for offensive players. We are looking for a striker. It would be good because of all the games coming. We are playing every third day and it is tough. I think we are always in the market. But it has to match the sporting criteria but also the financial criteria. We do what we can to bring in any player we can. For the progress of the team, we need to be more clinical." After Gakpo joined Liverpool, however, it's emerged that United are now scouring the market and examining their options, with the Glazers reluctant to part with their cash at a time where the club are on the market. However, it doesn't bode well. Atletico Madrid would demand fees to let either Joao Felix or Alvaro Morata go, while AC Milan and Benfica have no plans to jettison Rafael Leo or Gonçalo Ramos this winter as well. Therefore, it's certainly feasible the transfer window will close with United having the same faces in the same spaces. For Sancho, however, that could be a blessing in disguise. When the United star returns, he'll need to hit the ground running. There's an opening, too. With Antony performing badly in recent times, Sancho may fancy his chances of taking the Brazilian spot on the right wing. It must be stressed that United do not presently have any plans to offload Sancho, despite his issues and inconsistency over the last 18 months. And when he's eventually deemed ready enough to return to the fold, he'll no doubt be out to show why United pursued him so aggressively in the first place. Ten Hag, meanwhile, was coy when asked about Sancho earlier in the month. "I have had several talks with Jadon," said the 52-year-old, whose side will lock horns with Wolves on Saturday. In other news, Man United turned to Real Madrid for cut-price transfer after missing out on Cody Gakpo. Manchester United are ready to turn their attention to Marco Asensio after missing out on Cody Gakpo. The Red Devils are looking to bolster their forward line in January to aid their top 4 push. They've also seen Cristiano Ronaldo depart the club unexpectedly after his contract was terminated, which leaves them light in the forward department. Gakpo had been identified as a target back in the summer as Erik looked to exercise the Dutch market. He ended up staying at PSV but continued to be prolific and shone at the World Cup. United were expected to renew their interest, but ultimately lost out to Liverpool. The Reds were able to usurp their rivals financially, and Sport reports that the Old Trafford hierarchy will now consider going after the Madrid man. Asensio's contract at the Bernabeu expires in 6 months, and with the two parties at loggerheads, looks as if he will leave. The player feels as if Real are not paying him sufficiently, which has led to the standoff. United were willing to offer Gakpo a net annual salary of €8 and are poised to table the same offer to the Spanish international. Asensio can begin negotiating his next move come the new year, and United will be hopeful of making additions come January. United were looking for a central striker, but with a lack of available options may have to pursue Asensio. who is predominantly a wide player. It is unclear whether Real Madrid would look to seek a fee from United were they to allow Asensio to leave his contract early in January. Atletico Madrid duo Joao Felix and Alvaro Morata had both been touted as targets, but the fees involved appear to be more than United want to pay. Scoring goals has been a problem, with Marcus Rashford leading the club's goal stats. He has notched 10 times in all competitions. Anthony Martial has scored 5 times, and summer signing Antony has found the net on 3 occasions. Ten Hag's side still have ambitions in several competitions, and the Dutch coach acknowledges the need to have options as they go deeper into the campaign. The United boss said, "We have a squad, we have players who are matching our criteria, but with all the games that are coming, it is a tough competition. We want to be also playing in all of the competitions by winning in games and cups as well. So you need players, you need numbers to cover, so we need good players. Not only numbers, you need quality players to cover that. You need also competition that you can make technical choices, so we are looking for the right player for our squad, and that has to match the sporting criteria, but also the financial criteria." United spent big in the summer, over £200 on the likes of Antony, Casemiro and Lisandro Martinez. That has hampered them in January with a lack of funds available for new recruits. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.